What is up, people, and welcome back to another Discord bot tutorial. It has been a while. I do apologize for not uploading another installment of the series. It's because the past few weeks have been absolutely hectic for me. So like, if you've been in my Discord server, then you know why. I haven't been uploading for a while. I've just been really busy, but yeah, we're back and we are going to be learning something new today. So this is also a big request that a lot of people have been asking, is how to do music in a Discord bot, because there are a lot of popular bots that can play music from YouTube, SoundCloud, or whatever streaming platform. So I'm just going to show you how to play music within your Discord bot, just like a basic setup. And once again, for those of you that are new to the tutorial or you just want a nice starter package, I've been saying this in a lot of my videos. I have the C# Discord bot template for those of you that are looking to create a Discord bot. All the basics are pretty much laid out for you. So in this example, like in this video, I'm actually going to be using this template as an example because it's nice and basic. There's no cluttering in of other code. So what we're going to do is use this template. So we're going to create a nice new repo. We'll assign myself as the owner, and I'll just call this music bot as the example of this video. So we'll call it music bot, and then we'll just make it private, and then we'll press create repository from template. And what this does is that it creates your own new repo with the Discord bot, and it pretty much just clones the template file for file. And as you can see, it's created a nice new repo with all the files in there. So what I can do simply now is pretty much copy the link and clone the repo here. So clone repo, I just paste in the link, and then clone, and pretty much there we go. As you can see, I've pretty much got my own Discord bot in a nice new repo, and I pretty much just copied it from that template I've been using. So this is a nice way, once again, for beginners to create a Discord bot. This pretty much contains all the basics to get started on making a C# Discord bot, and it's pretty much up to you to learn the rest, pretty much. So now let's get started on playing music in a Discord bot. This thing is called Lavalink, and this is sort of like an extension that allows us to play music or pretty much connect to voice channels and pretty much all that sort of stuff in a Discord bot. So what we're going to do is go to our NuGet package manager once more, and then we're going to search up D# plus like we always do. So D# plus, and there we go. So we've got our stuff there. So what we need is D# plus.lavalink. So this is the package that allows us to stream audio to a Discord channel. So let's install this. So we've got the latest version. Yep, so we'll install that. So that's done. So that's Lavalink all nice and installed there. So that's the only package that we need for actually playing audio. So what we're going to do now is actually set up our bot to connect to a Lavalink server, right? So what we're going to do is down here, after we register our commands, so pretty much down here, what we're going to do here is make our Lavalink configuration, pretty much. So we'll put a comment here for Lavalink configuration. Cool. So what we're going to do here is there's actually a website which I will put in the description, where there's free Lavalink servers that we can use, so that we don't have to create our own. So like initially how I was going to do this is we actually get to host our own Lavalink server, but I just found that to be really inefficient because there's already free ones out there. So there is this Lavalink website where if I show you right here, there is this Lavalink hosting website where you can search up Lavalink hostings servers. So you can choose Lavalink with SSL or Lavalink without SSL. SSL means it's just more secure, but honestly it doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is just click on Lavalink SSL, and as you can see, there's loads of different hosts and passwords that we can actually use here. So all we got to do is just paste one of these in. So I'm going to show you how to set up your Lavalink configuration. So before we even go to stuff with hosting and password and all that kind of stuff, first let's actually set up the configuration. So what we're going to do is set up something called a connection endpoint. So this is what contains our host name, our ports, and it pretty much specifies if it is secured or not. So this is our connection endpoint. So what we're going to do is say var endpoint, and what we're going to do is make a new connection endpoint. So we're going to say new connection endpoint, like so. And we're going to open and close our curly brackets. Let's set up this connection endpoint. So the host name So let's go to our website here. So let's copy one of these host names here. So we'll just we'll just copy this one. So we'll just copy this first one and paste it as a string, like so. So there we go. There's our host name. Next, we need to set the port. So the port. So what's the port for this one? It's pretty much all the same, isn't it? Yeah, 443. It's all the same. So 443. And since we picked a Lavalink with SSL, we need to set secure equals to true. So we say secure equals to true. So notice we don't actually set the password, because we're going to set the password in the actual configuration. So this connection endpoint just acts as a connection string pretty much. So this is what allows us to connect to the actual server. So next up, we actually need to set up the actual Lavalink configuration that allows us to connect to this actual host. So let's set that up. So we say var Lavalink config. So this could be any name you want. Lavalink configuration, Lavalink config. And what we're going to do is set up a new Lavalink configuration. So new Lavalink configuration. And as you can see, it uses our dsharp+.lavalink package that we just installed. So cool. We open our curly brackets and then we end it with a semicolon. So what we do here is now we actually set the password. So we set the password as this could be a string. So the password for this one is this. So we just copy and paste it like so. So copy and paste the password. So like this is all public. So there's I'm not hiding it for obvious reasons. This is a public website which I'll put in the description where you guys can go and search up all the Lavalink servers and just pick anything. So that's that. So the password is that. So now we actually need to set the Lavalink config to connect to this endpoint, right? So what we do is set two things. We set the REST endpoint. So the REST endpoint, as you can see, sets the endpoint for Lavalink REST. So we set this to our actual endpoint that we've got here. So that's the first thing. And then the next one we set is the socket endpoint. So the socket endpoint sets the endpoint for the Lavalink WebSocket connection. So we also set that as the same thing, the endpoint that we've got here. So that's our Lavalink configuration. That's pretty much how you do it. So the last thing we need to do is we want to connect to this host when the bot comes online, right? What we say is var Lavalink. So this is our actual instance of the Lavalink engine that we're about to use. So what we do is say clients, and then we say use Lavalink. So as you can see, it creates a new Lavalink client with the specified settings. So that's pretty much all we need to do there. What we do down here is say await Lavalink. So this is our Lavalink instance that we've got over here, and we say connect async, just like we do with just like normal Discord bot, right? So we say connect async, and then we want to use our configuration that we've got here, right? So Lavalink config, our password, and then our endpoint, which contains our host name, our port, and if it's using SSL or not. So we put in our Lavalink config. And there we go. So what this is going to do now is set up the Lavalink stuff. It's going to connect our Discord bot and get online, and then it's also going to get our Lavalink instance and connect that to the server. And then we've got our task -1 over here. So both our Discord bot and our Lavalink server will stay running as long as the Discord bot is alive, pretty much. So that's our Lavalink pretty much set up. So if we just save it and just start it up, and there we go. Yeah, so we've got a D# Plus version 4.4.0, and okay, so it looks like it failed to connect to Lavalink. So this is a common error that might happen because a lot of the hosting servers don't actually work for some reason. So like it's just sort of like trial and error, which server works, which server doesn't. So what we're going to do is just change the server and the password. So let's try I don't know, let's try this one. Like this one looks cool. Or no, wait, it's okay. So let's do this one actually, because the password is not protected. So let's paste that in. So yeah, like it's just all trial and error really. Like a lot of these servers don't work for some reason. Let's paste that in. Okay, so let's start it up now, and it should just connect normally. So we should, like we shouldn't get Lavalink fail to connect. And yeah, so like a good few seconds have passed, and yeah, Lavalink looks like it's connected. So that's pretty much step one. So Lavalink is all set up. We are now ready to stream audio to a Discord channel. So like pretty much the next thing to do is pretty much make the command to actually play music in a Discord channel. So like a play command, a user is going to type in play and then the name of the song, and then it should just play in whatever voice channel they're in, right? So let's get onto that part now. Pretty much I want to be able to type in something like play and then the name of the song. And then when I press enter, the bot should automatically join the voice channel I'm in, and then it should automatically start playing the song. So that's pretty much the outcome we want. So first of all, we want to detect if the user that called this command is in a valid voice channel, right? Because we don't want to call the command and then just have the bot join a random channel. So we want it to detect the user that is in a voice channel. So let's make the command. So what we're going to do is make a command called play. So we're going to say command, and then we're going to name it play. And then let's set up the method. So public async task, and then we'll just name this play music. And we need our command context, CTX. And then we also need one other parameter, and that's going to be the name of the song, right? So the user is going to pass in a string. So we're going to say string song name, or something along those lines, or like let's rename it query, because it is in fact a search, right? So that's our command. So the first thing we're going to do is get the user that is in a voice channel, like I said. So what we're going to do is say var user VC. So this is the user voice channel. And what we're going to do is say CTX member, because it is a member within a guild, right? It's not user, because user is globally representative of a Discord user. Member is a Discord user within a server, and we're trying to check if they're in a voice channel, right? So we get their voice state. So it gets the member's voice state, and then we say channel. So ctx.member.voice_state and then channel. So if the user is in a voice channel, this variable should return a valid voice channel. So this is what we're going to check first. So let's add a comment here, and I'm going to name this pre-execution check. So we're going to do a bunch of checks before we actually get to playing the music, right? So we need to make sure these checks are executed and they're 100% checked. So what we're going to do is we're first going to check if the user is in a valid voice channel. So what we're going to do is say if CTX member and then the voice state is equal to null, or the CTX.member voice state and then the channel, or in fact we could just say the user VC, because that's the same thing over here. So if the voice state is equal to null, or the actual voice channel is equal to null, this if statement means that the user is not connected to a voice channel. So what we'll do is just say await CTX channel send message async, and we'll just say something like please enter a VC. So pretty much if this if statement is true, then it will prompt the user to join a valid voice channel. And what we're going to do is say return, because we're done with this if statement now. Okay, so like that's the first check that we're going to do. The next check is to check if Lavalink. So what we're going to do is check if Lavalink is actually connected. So what we're going to do is say var Lavalink instance is equal to ctx.client, and then we say get Lavalink. And as you can see, it uses that same package that we've been using, that we just downloaded. So what this is going to do is get Lavalink from the current instance of the client. Simple as that. So the next if statement we're going to do is check if Lavalink is actually connected to the server. Sometimes you might get messages that Lavalink died or Lavalink is paused. So we want to check if Lavalink is actually connected. So what we're going to do is say if Lavalink instance dot connected nodes any, and what we're going to do is check the inverse of this. So so what we do is add an exclamation mark. So what we're basically saying in this if statement is there any connected nodes in this Lavalink instance that we've got here? So if there isn't, then that means there is no connection, right? So that's why we check the inverse of this. It makes life a lot easier than having to do an else and then an if just to check if this is true. So we may as well just check the inverse of this. Is there any connections in this Lavalink instance? If there isn't, which we've got here, the inverse of this if statement, then we say something like, you know, please restart, or, you know, like the connection is not established. So we say await, and then ctx dot channel send message async, and then we just say something like, I don't know, like the connection is not established. And then obviously we return from the if statement. So that's the second check. We're gonna do one last check, and that's to check if this actual voice channel is actually of type voice channel. So we don't want to check for a normal Discord channel. We don't want to check for forum channels. We want to check if the user is 100% in a voice channel. So if the user VC dot type is not equal to channel type, and then we say voice. So we're just once again we're literally just checking for the inverse to make life easier. So if the user VC variable is not a voice channel, then we say once again invalid voice channel, or say please enter a voice channel, right? So we'll get rid of this and then import D#+. There we go. So if the user VC dot type is not equal to a voice channel, then we once again say await ctx channel send message async, and then once again we say something like please enter a valid VC. So notice how these two different if statements are different. This is checking if the user is actually in some sort of voice channel, and then this if statement is checking if it's valid or not, if it's actually like a genuine voice channel. So once again we say return, and that's our pre-execution checks done. We are now ready for the music playing now. So the next step that we have to do is actually connect our bot to the voice channel. And then once it's connected to the voice channel, it's going to start and play the music, right? So what we're going to do is get something called the node. So remember where we checked here, the connected nodes. We're going to get one of those connected nodes because we want to use it to play music, right? So we say var node is equal to the Lavalink instance dot connected nodes values, and then we say first. So it's just going to get the first connected node in this Lavalink instance so that we can use it to play music, right? We've got our connection node. So the next thing we do is connect to the channel, right? So what we do to connect to a voice channel is we say await, and then we say node, and then we say connect async. And as you can see, in the parameters, it wants to connect to a Discord channel. So there we go. This is where we pass in our user VC variable. So user VC, because like, as you can see here, it's a Discord channel. Now notice how there's no variable for Discord voice channel. Is because both Discord channel and Discord voice channel are represented as the same thing. That's why we are doing this checks to see if the user is in a voice channel rather than a normal Discord channel, right? So that's why we do all these checks. So hopefully you guys understand that. So the next thing we do is get the guild connection to this, like this actual guild, right? So what we do is say var connection. So I'll just name it con. And what we're going to do is get the guild connection from this node right here. So we say node, and then we say get guild connection. So as you can see, gets a Lavalink connection to the specified Discord channel. That's what we want. Let's see what it wants. It wants a Discord guild. So like this is where we have to pass in like the actual guild of this actual voice channel. So we say CTX member, the voice state, and then the guild. Simple as that. So that's pretty much what this parameter wants, and what this guild variable is saying gets the guild associated with this voice state. So that's what we want. So that's cool. What we then want to check is if this connection is actually valid. So if we say if the connection is equal to null, then that means for some reason Lavalink failed to connect to this Discord voice channel. So we want to address that error, right? So we say await CTX channel send message async, and then we'll say something like Lavalink failed to connect. So like for some reason Lavalink failed to connect to this specific voice channel. So we say Lavalink failed to connect. So like this is just basics, but you can then take this code and build on it to display error messages or display why it has failed to connect, so that people can ask for assistance if this command failed, right? So that's just a simple if statement right there. So like now we've successfully connected to the voice channel. So the last step to do is actually play the music. Simple as that, right? So this is where we get to be a bit creative. What we want to do is use Lavalink to search for the music that the user is passing in as this query variable. So now we can actually finally use this query variable to search for the music, right? So what Lavalink does is, I think mainly it searches YouTube, but you can configure it to search in SoundCloud, Spotify. That's up to you. So you can alter the configuration to do that. So like the default is YouTube, so that's what I'm going to go with. So what we're going to do is create a variable that searches Lavalink. So we'll say search query is equal to await, and then we use the node, because once again our node contains our connected instance of Lavalink. So what we do is say node, and then we say rest, so it gets the rest client for this Lavalink connection, and then we use this rest client to get tracks async. Like once again I was talking about the different search types, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, they're all configurable in here. So get tracks async is what actually searches those different platforms for what your query is. So what we're going to do is just simply pass the query in here. So like I said, the default is YouTube, but you can pass in like other different platforms. So what we then want to check is, has this query returned a result? So has it returned a result, more than one, or like has it returned no results? So I think the best thing to do here is check if it returned no results, right? So it's like a lot similar to what we're doing here. Like a lot of these checks we're doing, we're checking for the inverse of it, because it makes life a lot easier. So what we do is say if the search query dot load result type is equal to no matches. What we're doing is we want to check if there are no results, right? So it's one of these two, no matches or load failed. We pretty much want to check for both, right? Because that's quite convenient. We can check if there's no matches or if the search just failed for some reason. So what we can do is check for both of these, so no matches, and we can just add an or and check for the load failed one. So we say search query load result type is equal to the load failed. So that's quite convenient. We can check if the search failed or if it didn't return anything. So in that case, what we can do here is say, I don't know, like the search failed or it just couldn't find your query. So what we can do is say await CTX dot channel send message async, and then we can just display like a nice message saying failed to find music with query, and then we can just pass it in. So it was the query variable, right? So query. So it'll just say failed to find music with query and the query variable, and obviously we return it. So that's cool. That's all our checks done. So now we're actually ready to play the music. So finally, what we can do, since this is a search, we just want to get the first result in that search, because like say if you search on YouTube a specific music, the first query is most likely to be the one you're looking for, right? So we'll just use that in our bot here. So we'll say var music track. So this is our actual music track. We'll say the search query tracks and then first. So it's just going to get the first track in the search query, and then what we're going to do is play it. So that's our music track. So as you can see, it's a Lavalink track. So what we do now is simply say await, use our connection, and then we do play async. So play async cues the specified track for playback. So we pass in our music track, and our song is now playing. So that's that. What we can do is say var, I don't know, now playing embed. So our now playing embed is equal to a new Discord embed builder, and then we can just say the the color is Discord color, and let's go for like purple or something. Purple is a nice color for this. So let's say with title, so the the title is going to be let's say what channel it's joined, right? And then we'll provide the channel name, so that's the user vc dot name, and playing music. And then the description, we'll create a nice string for this. So we'll say var, what's it, string music description. Make this nice and fancy. So we'll say now playing, and then we'll pass in the name of the song. So that's going to be the music track dot name, right? So we'll say music track dot title. So that's going to be the title of the track that it's just got. So that's cool. And then what we could do is say \n just to start a new line. And then we can put in the author, the link to the track. So we'll say the URL is equal to the music track dot URL. So there's our nice description there. So we'll just pass that in. So music description, and then we can just edit it nice off with a semicolon, and then send this message off. So we'll say await CTX channel send message async. I've literally explained a lot, so let me go through it one more time. So what we're doing is we're getting the voice channel that the user is in, if they are in one. And what we're doing is a bunch of checks, checking if the user is in a valid voice channel. And also what we're doing here is we're also checking if Lavalink is actually connected. So we've got a Lavalink instance here, and we're checking if there are actually any connected nodes. So that will tell us if Lavalink is connected or not. And then what we're doing down here is we're getting one of those connected instances from the Lavalink instance, and we're setting it as a node to use, right? We're getting the bot to connect to that voice channel, and then next up we are getting the guild connection for this this voice channel, and verifying that Lavalink is connected to that voice channel. And then what we're doing here is we're using our query to search for the music, and once again, there's like different platforms they can mess with, YouTube, Spotify. And what we're doing is we're getting that first track, and then we're just playing it. Simple as that. So let's give that a test first. So let's first test to see if this is actually working properly. So what I'm going to do is enable sound on my PC. So cool, yep, that works. So what I'm going to do is save it, start it up. Cool. So everything's all good. And what I'm going to do is play the same troll song. So what we're going to do is say play and then troll song. So what this should do is get the search troll song on YouTube, and then it should play it for us. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it looks like I need to change this to add a remaining text attribute. So we'll say remaining text and then string query. So that way it will also count the spaces. So let's play troll song now. So troll song, and then it should detect the VC I'm in, connect to it, and start playing. So let's see if that works. So there it is, connected, and I don't hear anything. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. There's the troll song. Yeah. So yeah. Like the reason is, as you know, like I was on defense. So there we go. I mean, it's played the troll song. Yeah. So that's cool. It works. So yeah. Like I was deafened. So all right, yeah, like that's cool. So like the play command works. What you do is code in additional commands to control the playback, because right now all the user can do is play. You know, like they can't resume, stop, they can't loop through it. You know, we need to code all that in, right? So I think it's safe to say that the you know, like play command works. So like that's all cool. So now we can you know, cascade that off. So the next thing we need to do is code some, you know, some like additional commands to control the playback. So let's code a stop and pause and resume a command. Once again, our command context ctx, and this time, like that's all we need. It's going to be the same thing as the play command with the pre-execution checks. So what we're going to do is just copy this over. So what we do here is get our node once again, our var node, and also our connection. So that's going to be the Lavalink instance, the connected nodes values, and then first. And then we also get our connection string. What's it, like not the connection string, but like the connection using this node. So we say node get guild connection ctx member voice state and then the guild. So like that's all cool. So what we want to do here that's different to the play command is, since we want to pause the track, we want to check if Lavalink is actually playing something first, right? So first of all, like, you know, like we do our null check. So first of all, we check if the connection is actually null. So that's that. So we'll just copy over the same response that we've got down here. So like now the actual check is Lavalink playing something in this Discord channel? And if so, then we pause it, right? But we want to check for the inverse of this, like we always do. So we want to check if it is null. So if we're trying to pause something when nothing is playing, right? So if someone executes pause and nothing is playing, then we like send a message saying nothing is playing. You know, no point, you know, proceeding any further, right? So we say if the connection dot current state and then the current track is equal to null. So this will check if the current track, if there's nothing playing. So, you know, like why would someone pause if nothing is playing, right? And then we return. So if that is null, then no tracks are playing. Else we just pause the track, right? So we say await, and then we say connection, and then pause async. So notice how all of the controls are in this connection variable. So look, there is stop async, pause async, resume async, disconnect async. So pretty much you get the idea of what we're about to do here for the other commands. Pretty much we're going to be doing the same pre-execution checks, and if the checks pass, then we do stop async or pause async, depending on the command. We'll do pause async, and then we'll just send like a nice embed message. I don't know. So we'll say, you know, var paused embed equals successfully, or you know, track paused. So simple as that, and then we'll send it off. So say await ctx channel send message async, and then the embed as the paused embed. Cool. So let's give that a test. So we'll start it up. And once again, I'll make sure to be undeafened. So we'll play the same troll song. Cool, so that's playing. So let's execute pause. So pause. And there we go, track paused. It literally paused it and it just does what it needed to. So you can see how the other commands are going to be very similar. We're going to do all these checks, and then at the end we do what the command needs to do. Pause it, stop it. So what we can do is copy and paste this entire command and rename it to resume. And then we rename this to resume. And once again, instead of doing pause async, we do resume async. Simple as that. And then, like instead of yellow, we just put green. I don't know. Track has been resumed, so we just say resumed. Simple as that. And then we just rename this to the resumed embed. So resumed embed. So cool. Once again, let's give that a test. So notice how we're testing as we go. Playing the song. Cool. There we go. So let's first of all pause it. Cool. And then let's resume it. So resume. There we go. like what more do I need to do here? So pause and then resume. There we go. Cool. So now now let's actually make a command that stops the track. So that when the track has stopped playing, we want the track to stop and then the bot can leave the VC, because at that point it's done playing music, it has nothing left to do, so it's just going to leave the voice channel, right? So let's make a stop command. So let's just paste in that exact same code. So we'll copy and paste this. So this time it's gonna be called stop. So we'll rename the method to stop music. So this time what's going to be different here, not only are we going to do stop async, so we'll do stop async, but we're also going to disconnect from the voice channel, right? So what we'll do is say await and then connection, disconnect async. So it's stop playing the music and then it's going to disconnect itself from the voice channel so that it's ready to play different music, right? So what we could do here is just rename this to stop embed. What we could do is say successfully disconnected from the voice channel. So that's all cool, and then it's just going to send that off, right? So let's give this overall music system a nice test. So we've got our 4 commands: play, pause, resume, and stop. So let's get that saved, and we'll start it up. So let's test out all that we've learned. So what we're going to do is play it, pause it, resume it, and then stop it. So we'll first start by playing it. So cool, it's connected to the voice channel and it's going to play the song. Cool. So let's pause the track. Cool. So the track has been paused. So let's resume the track now. So resume. Cool. So the track has been resumed. Sometimes it can be a bit laggy, as you can see there, but that's just the server. So now let's test out the stop command. So stop. And as you can see, it left the VC and then it stopped the track. There we go. It's pretty darn simple, but it works so effectively. And the beauty of it is you guys can take this code and improve it. So rather than having strings, you can make it so that the user can pass in a YouTube link, or maybe change this. Where was it? The search query. So maybe change this to search on Spotify or SoundCloud or whatever platform that you wish. So literally all the customization is up to you, but I've just provided you with the absolute basics that you need to work with when making a nice sound system in a Discord bot. So pretty much that's it. You know, like that's how you make a nice music system in a Discord bot. Hopefully that answered all of your dying questions that you've been asking. Because like I know like loads of people have been asking me, how do you get a Discord bot to play music, and this is how you do it. So that's how you do it. Obviously, like I will migrate this code over to the main repo, because I've been doing this in this in like the like template all this time on GitHub, like I showed you. So once again, like if you're struggling, then using this Discord bot template is actually like a really useful tool, because it's pretty much a clean version of a Discord bot. There's nothing else going on other than the actual base program itself. There's nothing going on here other than the actual program, and just we've got one set of commands, right? So this could also be like useful for diagnosing. Maybe you just want like a nice empty plain Discord bot to test your stuff in just before you migrate it over to your actual Discord bot. So that's like this template is just so useful. So once again, if you have any questions on playing music in a Discord bot, then obviously let me know in the comments below, or ask me in the in my Discord server. So like other than that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like these videos, share them, and yeah, I'll see you lot in the next one. Peace out.